Evening, Rockville. Today is October 6, 2025, and we'll begin meeting number 24-25. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me as you're able. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. So today is a special day. Once a month, we do our certificates and proclamations, and so we're going to begin. We do have several proclamations and recognitions for folks in the community. And so if my colleagues would join me. Did you agree to take Kate's on or no? Okay, all right.
Again,
Okay.
Good afternoon, good early evening. It's so beautiful. It's kind of hard to imagine it's actually fall outside. Sometimes I wish we can hold these meetings outside, but I'm not the mayor, so I'll stay in my lane.
We have to go back.
Yes, ma'am. I have the honor to recognize one of our own. It's what goes so far as to say a native son returning home. Today we are going to recognize Nicholas Lopreiato, Dr. Lopreiato, Commander Lopreiato, in recognition of his recent earning his next rank, his promotion. His father and mother, longtime residents, and Nicholas did a lot better than I did in the Navy in sticking with it, and to this day proudly serves at Walter Reed, taking care of many children as an orthopedic surgeon. With that, I'll go ahead and read this recognition. It says that the Mayor and Council of the City of Rockville, Maryland, recognize and congratulate Nicholas Patrick Lopreiato, Commander, United States Navy Medical Corps. The Mayor and Council proudly recognize and extend their sincere congratulations on the promotion of Nicholas Patrick Lopreiato to the rank of Commander, United States Navy. Your distinguished service, exceptional education, professional qualifications, strong leadership, and unwavering dedication have all contributed to this significant milestone in your naval career. We thank you for your exemplary service to the United States and wish you continued success in all your future endeavors. And please continue to accept my referred patients. Please come up. Awesome. Family, y'all come up too.
We'll
Yeah.
come back here and take a picture with the whole.
Yeah. Family come through. We have a new addition too. Yeah, you can come in there too.
You know, baby is still in the show now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Congrats.
Yep. All right.
Okay, and I will ask my colleague, Councilmember Jackson, to join me on this proclamation. I figured it would be a wonderful bookend. We're honored to be able to read the proclamation for Ageism Awareness Day. And why I thought it was important is that I am the Mayor and Council liaison to the Youth Commission.
And I am the liaison to the Commission on Aging.
And so I think that it was really important for both of us to speak to this because ageism is a continuum. It does not lie within one age group or the other. Everybody can be impacted by it. It is insidious, it's pervasive, and I think there's a lot that we can do in our everyday life to ensure that our actions do not make people feel less than anywhere along the spectrum because of their age. So that is my spiel. So I guess we'll do these two. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to start with that one?
Sure. Whereas ageism refers to the stereotypes, how we think, prejudice, how we feel, and discrimination, how we act towards others based on age, and
Whereas ageism awareness and preventing ageism are beneficial to all residents of Rockville, Maryland by improving the quality of life within our communities.
now, therefore, the mayor and council of the city of Rockville, Maryland, do hereby proclaim October 2025 as Ageism Awareness Month and want to emphasize the profound impact of meaningful interactions and social connections on the well-being and health of older adults in our community.
We call upon all residents, regardless of age, to recognize the contribution of both older and younger residents and promote programs and activities that foster connection, inclusion, and support for all. Madam Mayor, I move the proclamation.
I will second it.
All those in favor, please raise your hand and say
Hi.
Aye.
It is unanimous. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh. I think that we have Torrance Dawkins here, is what I was going to say.
Oh, we do?
Is Torrance Dawkins here? Yes. Come on.
I didn't have that on my.
Okay, all right. So no one is here. Okay, all right.
Yeah, never mind.
All right.
I have great hair.
We can all accept that one. I love the sense of humor of my colleagues. All right, so I have the honor of acknowledging youth sports. I will say I am a sports mother. My house is like PT and physical therapy, and I really think that sports contribute to confidence. They help our children. And we also need to make sure it's safe for all. I also want to acknowledge our Recreation and Parks team. They plan incredible sports leagues for our children. But part of recognizing this Sports Week, which is October 6th to 11th, we're also committing to a Bill of Rights for children to make sure that sports are safe and uplifting. And the city of Rockville will be committing to this as well. I also wanted to flag that there will be an event on October 9th. It's a county-wide recognition event during National Sports Week. So please check out the county's page for that. And I'll read the proclamation. Whereas youth sports are vital to healthy child development, linking participation to improve health, academic success, social connection, and life satisfaction in line with Rockville's commitment to community well-being. And whereas national strategies such as Healthy People 2030 and the National Youth Sports Strategy call on communities to expand access to safe, inclusive, and supportive sports opportunities for all children and youth, regardless of background or ability. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of the City of Rockville do hereby proclaim their support for the Children's Bill of Rights, as well as October 6th through 11th as National Sports Week. And we also affirm the city's commitment to ensuring that every child has the opportunity to play, grow, and thrive through sports. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of the City of Rockville do hereby proclaim October 6th through 11th as National Youth Sports Week and call upon our residents, coaches, parents, schools, and community organizations to join in celebration, to uplift our athletes, to celebrate their achievements, to promote safe and inclusive and fun opportunities for play, and for advancing Rockville's proud tradition of excellence of recreation and community life. Councilmember Shaw moves the proclamation. Dr. Miles seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye. Excellent. And check out our Rockville leagues as well. And now I'd like to invite up Torrance Dawkins. Come on up. Yes, please. How are you, buddy? You fine? You play sports? Yeah. Okay, do you want to say anything? It's up to you. No pressure, no pressure. All right, here we go.
All I can say is I've been coaching at the city of Rockville for, I'm about to tell my age now, 35 years now. All right, and I started out with, wow, some of you guys might know, Anthony Gumby and Yvette Yobas,
Yes.
her husband. I
Yep.
coached him.
You see what sports can do for you?
Yeah, it keeps me young. As well as coaching Miss Sarah's daughter. And now I'm still going and I have my grandson, so I'm gonna keep on going. And besides that, Derek and them not gonna let me go anyway.
We'll see you for the next 35.
Yes.
So I've got the honor to read the proclamation for Indigenous Peoples Days. And it's important, as we often say here in Rockville before a lot of our programs, a lot of our work sessions, we have to remember this land was not ours. This land was not the city of Rockville land. It started with the Indigenous peoples who were here. And it's important that we recognize that, and it's important that we honor their heritage throughout the city of Rockville. And that's why it's important to remember that and why this proclamation of what's happening next week is so important. Whereas the second Monday in October is recognized by the city of Rockville, Maryland as Indigenous Peoples Day. And whereas this day honors the vibrant cultures, traditions, and histories of the indigenous peoples of the Americas. And now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of the City of Rockville, Maryland, do hereby proclaim Monday, October 13th, 2025, as Indigenous Peoples Day in Rockville, Maryland, and call upon all members of the community to join us in celebrating with our family, friends, and neighbors. Madam Mayor, I move the proclamation.
Second, Councilman Valeri. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye.
Aye. Miss, do we not have any?
We don't have
Oh,
any
we don't have
pictures.
any, okay.
We'll post all these on the website, though.
You don't need a picture. We had pictures all the time. All right. I am honored to give the next proclamation in honor of Diwali. Whereas Diwali is a festival of lights and one of the major festivals celebrated by Hindus, Jains, and some Buddhists, and whereas the festival lasts 5 days and is celebrated during the Hindu lunisolar month Kartika between mid-October and mid-November, and whereas Bandi Chor Divas is celebrated by Sikhs on the last day of Diwali as a liberation of Guru Hargobind from imprisonment and will be commemorated on the same date. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of Rockville, Maryland, hereby proclaim October 20th, 2025 as Diwali in Rockville and invite all residents to understand its principles and enjoy the celebration of the victory of light over darkness, good over evil, and knowledge over ignorance. The city encourages everyone to share the principles of the Festival of Lights and to share love for all residents of Rockville and beyond. Madam Mayor, I move the proclamation.
Councilman Jackson seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
I have the honor of reading the Economic Development Proclamation. And before I read, I just wanted to underscore how vital economic development is for Rockville, especially as we deal with job losses from the federal government. Growth only happens when all of us, businesses, leaders, entrepreneurs, work together to create new opportunities. Whereas the economic growth and stability of the state affect all regions and jurisdictions of Maryland. And now, therefore, the Mayor and Council hereby proclaim the week of October 20th through the 24th, 2025, to be Economic Development Week in the city of Rockville. In recognition of the importance of economic development and its role in supporting the business community, creating new and dynamic opportunities for residents and visitors, and enhancing the fiscal health of the city. Madam Mayor, I move the proclamation.
Councilman Van Grack seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say
Aye. I now want to provide an opportunity for Reddy to receive the proclamation. Thank you. And you can say a few words.
So I'm Nancy Reglin, and this is Bay Ma, and we're the chair and vice chair of the Board of Directors of Rockville Economic Development. We've been very proud as an economic development agency to serve the city of Rockville since 1997, to make it a destination of innovation and vitality, and to make it a great place for everyone here to live, work, and play. So if you're not familiar with Ready, please make sure that you check out a lot of our presence online, so rockvilleready.org. Or if you're interested in things to do around the city of Rockville, you can check out explorerockville.org. Or if you're in the biotech industry, you can check out our new website, biotechcorridor.org. And so at this time, I just want to say thank you for the support from the city of Rockville for economic development. We continue to work very hard on all of your behalfs. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I am filling in for Councilmember Fulton, and I know she wanted to appreciate and honor National Arts and Humanities Month. I also serve as the council liaison for the Cultural Arts Commission. There's a meeting this week if you want to check it out. But arts and culture and history have enriched our community. The city of Rockville, you may not know this, has walking tours where you can see where our artwork is. And it's all throughout our public spaces, but also in some of the private spaces. There also have been a number of events celebrating arts. The F. Scott Fitzgerald Literary Festival is coming up in October, and I know that F. Scott Fitzgerald is buried here, and we're celebrating the 100th anniversary of The Great Gatsby. And just the weekend before last, my colleagues and I cut the ribbon on the new F. Scott Fitzgerald Theater, which has been made more accessible, more sustainable, and including more opportunities for the arts. So we are committed to arts and humanities here in the city of Rockville, and you can see multiple art galleries north and east and west of the city. I know that we'll have Karen Askin to talk about biz arts a little bit and cultural arts as well. They have a fantastic gallery right in Town Center, and Glenview Mansion has a free art gallery that you can go and check out anytime. Now I will read the proclamation. Whereas the month of October has been recognized as National Arts and Humanities Month by thousands of communities, cities, and states across the country, as well as by the White House and Congress. Arts and humanities enhance the senses, stimulate creativity, and enrich every American. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of Rockville, Maryland, do hereby proclaim October 2025 as National Arts and Humanities Month in Rockville, Maryland, and call upon our residents to celebrate and promote the arts and culture in our nation, and to specifically encourage the greater participation by those residents in taking action for the arts and humanities in their own towns and cities. Colleagues, can someone move the proclamation? Councilman Van Grack moves. Do we have a second? Councilmember Valeri seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye. All right. Welcome Karen Askin, who also serves as the chair of the Cultural Arts Commission. We also have, while she's coming up, Great Rescos. These are nonprofit organizations that help to do a lot of arts. Welcome.
Thank you. in listening to other people come up ready, I know that the Human Rights Commission is going to accept a proclamation. It dawns on me that Rockville really is an amazingly diverse place that is made better by us all working together. So I'm very excited to accept this proclamation, and I also want to thank the city for its longtime support of Viz Arts. We really believe that the arts help us speak when words cannot, and whether it's dancing like Barry and Adam, you know, I don't know whether you've caught their great video online celebrating, is it a new hotel?
Yeah.
The Hilton.
Actually, the mayor did it as well.
She didn't make it onto the video that I saw, but you know, the arts are everything, dance is included. And so in honor of that it does, we all rise together, I let our city manager know today that Viz Arts is going to be offering free classes to furloughed federal workers. It's our way of saying, come in, be creative, reduce your stress. Let's focus on the positive things that the arts are all about. So thank you, and I hope y'all sign up. Well, you haven't been furloughed, but make sure your constituents and your friends and your neighbors know that there's a place for them. And I look forward to seeing them.
So I have the honor of reading Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And before I read the proclamation, I just want to remind everyone to schedule your mammogram and urge the women in your life to also do the same. Early detection saves lives. Whereas October is referred to as National Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the United States. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of the City of Rockville, Maryland, do hereby proclaim October 2025 as National Breast Cancer Awareness Month in Rockville, Maryland, and call upon all members of the community to join us in encouraging and supporting those experiencing treatment and celebrating our survivors. Madam Mayor, I move the proclamation.
Councilman Miles seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
So the next proclamation is something that's pretty serious, and that's bullying. And it's important to address bullying. I know we've got numerous members from a number of our Rockville schools here today, and that's important because bullying often starts in the schools, but bullying is everywhere. Bullying is in the workplace. Bullying is on the streets. It's everywhere, and it's important that we recognize that this is something that we need to stand up to. And it's important here in Rockville because one of the worldwide proponents of kindness and the anti-bullying spirit is from Rockville, Maddie J.T. Stepanek. We've got a park named after Maddie. And I know Maddie's mom wanted to be here, but unfortunately what she is doing right now is teaching kindness in actually programs here in Rockville. And I think it's important when we're talking about bullying, the way to combat bullying is with kindness. And I want to read a quote from Rockville's Maddie J.T. Stepanek. Kindness matters. Seek kindness in each other and in our world. Be kindness for each other and for our world. Kindness is a critical characteristic of peace. And I think what Maddie would say, it's also a critical characteristic of combating bullying in our society. Whereas bullying is the most common form of violence in our society, more than 70% of young people nationwide say they have seen bullying in their schools, and 30% have admitted to bullying others. Membership in either the bully or the victim group is closely associated with actually dropping out of school, poor social development, criminal activity, and other negative long-term consequences. And now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of the City of Rockville, Maryland, do hereby proclaim October 2025 as National Bullying Prevention Month and ask that everyone be models for our children and adults to help combat bullying behavior through kindness, empathy, and compassion towards others. Madam Mayor, I move the proclamation.
Thank you. Councilmember Jackson seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye.
Aye. Now, I know we've got members of a number of our Rockville schools. If you'd like to come up, accept the proclamation and say a few words. And I also want to thank you all for coming because it shows the dedication that our Rockville schools have with regard to bullying. Do you guys want to say a few words? Yep.
So I'm Dr. Penn. I am accepting this on behalf of Principal Powles at Rockville High School. I can tell you one of Principal Powles' core values is to make sure that every student, staff member, and even parent, when they walk through our building, that there's a level of respect and that we lead with love, and we are imitating that for our students to show the same. And so she definitely wanted to make sure that someone from the school was here to accept this tonight because it means so much to her.
Thank you. Thank you.
And likewise, my name is Matt Martini. I'm here representing Alicia Dini and Richard Montgomery High School community. Similarly to what's been echoed tonight, we feel that obviously academic excellence is what we achieve for in schools, but that's hard to do if kids don't feel safe. And so we firmly believe that every student that walks through our halls undoubtedly feels safe, secure, so that they can just worry about kid problems, algebra tests, English essays, and not worry about what's going to be said or done to them. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Bostic at Thomas Wooten High School. I'm the principal there. And I echo my colleagues here that every day we want our kids to walk into the building and feel a sense of belonging. And not only our kids, but our staff as well. We want everyone to feel like when they walk in that building, they have a sense of the lifestyle and mood that they're going to feel each day. And that's important to us because if you're not psychologically safe or you don't feel safe, then it's hard to feel like you belong and you can be a functional member of a community. So thank you.
Thank you. We will now move on to the proclamation, which is very timely for today because we'll be talking about the zoning ordinance rewrite. And I want to acknowledge the Planning Commission because they do so much work. If you ever watched their meeting, they're reading packets that are quite dense, making very important decisions about our community, how we welcome new neighbors, how we do placemaking, and how we create a safe and welcoming community for all. And so with that, I'd like to read the proclamation for planning, and I'd also like to thank our staff. Tireless hours, lots of feedback from the community, and it's what makes Rockville a special place to live, work, and play. So thank you. Whereas change is constant and affects all cities, towns, suburbs, counties, rural areas, and other places. Whereas planners can help navigate this change with data-driven insights and expertise that provides better choices for how people work and live. Whereas community planning provides an opportunity for all residents to be meaningfully involved in making choices that determine the future of their community. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of Rockville, Maryland, do hereby proclaim the month of October 2025 as Community Planning Month in the City of Rockville, Maryland, in conjunction with the celebration of National Community Planning Month throughout the country. I'd like to welcome our Planning Commission member, Susan Pittman. Welcome. So, let her come up. We'll move it.
Madam Mayor, I move the proclamation.
It's been moved. I'll second it. All right. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye. All right. Come on up. Thank you so much.
Madam Mayor and council members, thank you for recognizing the value of community planning. Thoughtful, people-centered planning has the potential to elevate the quality of life for every resident of Rockville now and well into the future. Thank you for creating the context for our community to do this essential work. And special thank you to the community planning and development staff. You are instrumental in the work that we do and supporting our efforts. And Jim Wasilak is here tonight. He's the long-term Chief of Zoning and is Chief Sherpa of the Planning Commission. We appreciate you so much, Jim. Thank you.
Jim, do you want to come up? Yep. Susan, we'll get you next time. Jim, come on. Come on. He likes to be behind the scenes. But.
No, right? No, you get to be in front of the scene.
So it is my pleasure to read the proclamation proclaiming the October 2025 as National Disability Employment Awareness Month. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everyone can join the ranks of the disabled, whether from birth or because of a chronic disease, a car accident, or a sudden health issue like a stroke. To this end, we have made wonderful strides in making the workplace more accessible, broken down barriers to those with a disability in the workplace, and through the landmark Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA. Disabilities no longer have to be a barrier for productive work for many Americans. There are many nonprofits and employers who are cooperating in ways to help break down those barriers. Among them is the ARC of Montgomery County, and SSEC, which stands for Seeking Employment, Equality, and Community for People with Developmental Disabilities, who partners with businesses like ServPro to hire employees with disabilities for the mutual benefit of both employees and employers. Sticking with the local Rockville theme, I would be remiss not to point out our own Sunflower Bakery in Twinbrook, which enables pathways for employment for young adults and teens with learning differences through pre-employment exposure and workforce development, training in pastry arts, culinary arts, hospitality, and related industries. Now I'm honored to read the proclamation. Whereas October 2025 is National Disability Employment Awareness Month, and this year marks its 80th anniversary with a theme celebrating value and talent. And now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of the City of Rockville, Maryland, do hereby proclaim October 2025 as the National Disability Employment Awareness Month in Rockville, Maryland, and urge everyone to embrace the talents and skills that individuals with disabilities bring to our workplaces and our communities, and affirm our commitment to an inclusive community. With that, Madam Mayor, I move the proclamation.
Thank you. Councilmember Larry seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye. Aye.
So I don't think we have anybody scheduled. I did talk to Sunflower, and they were they cannot be here today to celebrate this proclamation or accept it. Sunflower is a kosher facility, so they're closed on all Jewish holidays. But they did ask me to read this brief statement. Sunflower Bakery is honored to be recognized for our work in closing the employment gap for young adults with learning differences. Through our workforce development programs, we create pathways to employment that builds a more inclusive workforce, strengthens our community, and fosters a brighter future for our graduates.
Am I going? Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I want to thank my colleagues and Madam Mayor for the opportunity to present with my colleague a sobering yet necessary proclamation. It's a recognition of October being Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Before we begin reading, I just want to offer a couple of lessons I've learned. My journey dealing with domestic violence is one that society often doesn't see. During that journey, I've learned two very important lessons. One, domestic violence doesn't discriminate. It affects all socioeconomic statuses, races, religions, sexual orientations. Nobody is left immune. Two, there are resources available. Even here in Montgomery County, we have the Montgomery County Crisis Center and the Abused Persons Program. I personally benefited from their services. If for no other reason than to have an unbiased person hear a story, make some recommendations that prompted me to make recommendations as well.
Thank you. And like Dr. Miles, I also come to this space with some lived experience, and it is not easy for me to share, but I am grateful for all of my colleagues and for their support in providing this opportunity. I am a survivor of domestic violence. I once believed I found a perfect partner, and that dream was suddenly shattered. And I was forced to leave my home and facing a real daunting task of managing the mortgage alone. And I became a landlord, not necessarily by choice, but by survival. And I came to Rockville seeking safety, a reputation that this city has rightfully earned, and one I am committed to upholding as a council member. I understand the constant fear of looking over your shoulder and the struggle to break free, a battle that I fought several times. And the turning point was the unwavering support I found here through the Crisis Center, the Family Justice Center, nonprofits, and shelters, some shelters that I used for a bed sometimes. Being empowered by local government and resources in my community, I transitioned from a survivor to a council member, now shaping my housing and public safety policies, and my insights in how I do foreign policies was shaped by my journey. And so I wanted to read the proclamation, whereas the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence reports that on average, nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the United States, and victims of intimate partner violence lose a total of 8 million days of paid work each year. And
now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of the City of Rockville, Maryland, do hereby proclaim October 2025 as National Domestic Violence Awareness Month and call upon everyone to speak out against domestic violence, to support organizations that assist domestic violence victims in our community, and to help victims of these crimes find the assistance and healing that they need by sharing the 24-hour hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 800-799-7233. And the TTY number, 800-787-3224. With that, Madam Mayor, we move the proclamation.
a second.
All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye.
Aye. We'd like to call up Miss Judith Clark, who's done amazing work in the community with survivors. Thank you, Miss Judy.
And as she comes up, just want to thank our colleagues for allowing us, it's a bit of an audible to present this. It means a lot to us both. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi, everybody. I'm Judy Clark. And on behalf of Women Who Care Ministries, we're deeply honored to receive this proclamation tonight. And we're also proud to share Rockville's shared vision of safety, because we believe that every resident deserves safety, dignity, and freedom from fear and harm. And our mission is to help victims break free from the clutches of abuse and to rise as survivors. And in times like this, when so many of us are struggling on so many levels, we're committed to spreading encouragement, compassion, and light wherever dark tries to linger. And that's why we're also grateful for, once again, City of Rockville standing beside us and being the core sponsor of our upcoming Restore the Joy Empowerment Luncheon, which takes place on November 15. And you're all invited to attend. And if you are a victim or survivor of domestic violence, and if you're a furloughed worker, admission is totally free. And you can find out information about that on our website at womenwhocareministries.org. And we invite you all to attend, not just if you are surviving domestic violence, but there are so many things going on, so many unprecedented issues going on during this time that we promise if you come, you too will be uplifted. You will be uplifted and you'll be transformed. And we all deserve a life that is filled with peace and joy. Let's go after it with everything that we've got. Thank you. Thank you again.
So I'm reading the proclamation for LGBTQ month. So the City of Rockville recognizes the growing politicization and attacks on LGBTQ plus inclusive curriculum in schools across the United States, and the need to reaffirm support for increased visibility and awareness of LGBTQ plus history. We also recognize the many contributions of LGBTQ plus activists, organizations, students, and other residents who have contributed to making Rockville a welcoming and accepting place to live, work, and attend school, including the Montgomery County Pride Center, Live in Your Truth, Trans Maryland, Maryland Trans Unity, and Pride Prom. We have made much progress in trying to see our LGBTQ plus friends and family and others as having the same rights, the same status, and the same freedoms as everyone else in this country. Sadly, those rights, status, and freedoms seem quite literally to be under attack. From trans rights to marriage equality to even service in our military, everywhere you turn, it seems that some government agency or politician or group is trying to roll back time. A brief story, personally. I have a friend in Tennessee I've known since 1996. He is gay. I watched as he went from a very closeted individual to living his full life as things changed around him for the better, as our society grew more accepting. I recall his joy when he and his now husband got engaged. That was real change. Not, I believe, a coincidence that in October 1994, the first LGBTQ month was started. Now, he and his husband are thinking about moving full-time to Massachusetts because there's also real change the other way. The Supreme Court may reverse equality in marriage. These are real worries for the millions of LGBTQ plus people in the United States. We cannot go back. That is why I am proud to live in a state like Maryland that values everyone. And that is why I'm especially proud to be living and serving in Rockville, where we not only stand for equality, but we embrace it as a city, and we wave the banner freely that Rockville sees and values everyone. Regardless of who you are, who you choose to be, what you believe, or who you love. Isn't it said before, and I know some hate to hear it because it is true, diversity is our strength. I'm proud of our diversity, and I hope that you are as well. With that, I'll read the proclamation. Whereas in January 1994, a teacher from a suburban St. Louis, Missouri high school, Rodney Wilson, conceived an idea that a month should be dedicated to the celebration and teaching of LGBTQ plus history. He gathered other teachers and community leaders to join him in this cause and selected the month of October as LGBTQ plus History Month. And now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of Rockville, Maryland, do hereby proclaim October 2025 as LGBTQ plus History Month, and that the Mayor and Council encourage all residents to participate in observances and celebrate the many contributions of notable members of the LGBTQ plus community, and further commit to protecting LGBTQ plus students and ensuring that LGBTQ plus history is recognized and acknowledged. With that, Madam Mayor, I move the proclamation.
I'll second.
All those in favor, please raise your hand and say
Aye. And I believe we have several people to accept the proclamation and make brief remarks if they so choose. I call up Rebecca Murphy and Dominique Rizzulli of the Human Rights Commission, and my friend Annie Messick.
Nigel.
Oh, and Nigel, how can I forget?
He has a lot to say.
On behalf of the Human Rights Commission, we gratefully accept this proclamation. LGBTQ plus History Month reminds us that the struggle for equality is not ancient history. It is happening right now in our schools, in our courts, and in our communities. Last year, when this was introduced in Rockville, we celebrated it as a recognition of historic struggles. Today, just 12 months later, federal attacks on LGBTQ plus history have intensified. A Supreme Court decision now allows parents to shield their children from learning about LGBTQ plus contributions to our society. The Park Service removed the word transgender from the Stonewall National Monument, attempting to erase the very people who sparked the modern equality movement. These attempts at erasure make Rockville's stance even more vital. History cannot be selective. The LGBTQ plus activists who helped build our community deserve to have their stories told. When our students learn about all Americans who shaped our nation, they feel safer, more accepted, and better prepared to contribute to our diverse democracy. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to the Mayor and Council for standing firm when others retreat. Thank you for ensuring Rockville remains a beacon of acceptance where we don't just tolerate our LGBTQ plus neighbors, we celebrate them.
So thank you, Madam Mayor and council members, and especially Councilmember Jackson for inviting me tonight. This month is an important reminder that LGBTQIA plus history is and has always been an integral part of American history. From Baron von Steuben, who transformed early American militias into a disciplined army, to Bayard Rustin, who organized the march on Washington, D.C. with Dr. Martin Luther King, to Marsha P. Johnson, who started Pride with a riot at Stonewall. Countless modern history makers continuing the legacy of LGBTQIA plus individuals have stood at the forefront of the fight for civil rights and progress of this nation. And at a time when our fundamental rights are once again being challenged with the Supreme Court considering a case that could overturn marriage equality, I am proud to live in a county that supports everyone and not just those they deem righteous. And I am not from Rockville, but I do live in a neighboring city, and I'm very proud to have two places that I very much love and very much consider home support everything and everyone in their community. And let this month serve not only as a reflection on how far we've come, but as a renewed commitment to protect the rights, the history, the humanity of all who call this community home. And thank you, guys.
We welcome you to Rockville.
Thank you.
I don't know where to go. Here, right here. I'll come back. What screen say? Bye, Nigel. See you.
Oops, it's already up here. Okay, our last but not least proclamation is in honor of Walktober. Walktober, if you're unfamiliar with it, actually we should probably rebrand it as Walk and Roll Tober, because it's really all about pedestrian safety, and pedestrian does not just equate into walking, it is rolling, it is all different modes of transit in that way. And I think that Walktober is absolutely critical to not only celebrate our ability to get places without the benefit of an automobile, but it also allows for more of a focus on things like all the years of impact of traffic violence on especially the Rockville community. Some of the people that we will talk about, there's going to be many activities, and the City of Rockville has always been proud to support all the activities within Walktober. We even had a bingo card once, which we discontinued because it was about dangerous intersections and where you should go. So at any rate, Walktober is truly from the very silly, very funny to the ending event, which is a memorial candlelight vigil for all those that we have lost due to traffic violence. So I will proceed with the proclamation. Oh, I should also say, as council liaison to the Transportation Mobility Commission, as well as the Rockville Pedestrian Advocacy Committee, there are many different ways that people can get involved this October. So here we go. Whereas the state of Maryland was the first state in the country to designate walking as the official exercise in 2008, and whereas Governor Wes Moore designated the month of October as Walktober in Maryland by recognizing the state's official exercise, walking, for its health benefits and well-being for all Marylanders. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Council hereby proclaim October 2025 as Walktober in the city of Rockville, Maryland, and invite all residents to take advantage of walking for its health, recreation, and transportation benefits, as well as Walktober walk-oners focused on pedestrian safety. The city encourages everyone to find time to walk every day or roll every day, and to make it a priority for residents of all ages. Madam Mayor, I'm very honored to move this proclamation.
Councilmember Shaw seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say
Aye.
aye.
Thank you, and I don't think we have anyone, so I'll just accept it and share it with the commission and RPAC later. Thanks.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We had a lot to celebrate. I hope that you have felt more seen, more included, but also more uplifted. We have a lot to celebrate, and I think this is a time where we wanted to make sure that we are showing our values and what we believe in this community. So we will be taking a brief break, but we thank you for your patience and for joining us during our proclamation and celebration time.